So we've made a bit of progress since I last saw you, and I just can't believe how many towels my mum has. I thought she got rid of loads of stuff before her move, but obviously not. It's ridiculous. And even flannels, we don't use flannels, we never have done. I don't know why she's got so many. So in here, I haven't done very much, but I've unpacked most of the boxes. There's just this box of miscellaneous stuff. There's photo albums there, and there's another box of my dad's things. They're going to stay in the boxes for now and be stacked up in the smallest bedroom, which is going to be the storage room for the time being. But we've emptied all these of textiles and clothes. There's just that one that my mum's got to look at. My mum's just been gradually putting things away in her bedroom because the stingy so-and-sos took all the internal shelves and rails out of this built-in cupboard, which makes it completely useless. I had one of these rails that my mum had, so she's got somewhere to put some clothes, and we just went out today and got another one from Argos, so she's got somewhere to put her clothes and shoes. And a lot of these stuff, these all boxes I've lent her, they can stay in the boxes for now and just be stacked up there until something better is sorted. All this vile homemade built-in wardrobe is going and will be fitted with something much nicer. There's not much else, you know. My mum's put a few more of her bits and pieces out, so you know, it's becoming more like her home. We've just left, for the time being, we've left the units the way that the removal men put them. Her hairdryer died. Apparently she's had it a while. It was only £5. Any of you interested in hair dryers? It is a Vidal Sassoon. Where's it made? Can you guess? Doesn't say, but it'd be China. Anyway, that died, but apparently it's been a few years. Oh yeah, I'm not surprised. It was dust in there. It's probably overheated. Anyway, it doesn't work. So she thought there'd only be about £10 because that cost at £5 apparently. Anyway, she bought the cheapest one she could get from Argos, which is this Babyliss Pearlescent 2100. That was £25. Anyway, I don't need a hairdryer anymore. So in here I've actually done a bit of shampooing. Moved the bed, the single bed to that end. It is blocking the radiator, but you know, my mum needs to buy 2 bedside tables for this room with no furniture in here, and a wardrobe and maybe a chest of drawers or something. But for the time being, this area, when it's cleared, will be for the storage of the things that we can't find anywhere for. She's still got to go through more of these textiles. I've just got to finish shampooing this area when I've tidied up. So that's that. My sister-in-law has been here helping out and cleaning. I mean, that was disgusting. It's a bit green still, but at least you can touch that now without fear of getting anything. All this is going to be replaced, as I said earlier. All this new. I thought you just paint this, but my mum wants it all replaced. And of course she needs this filling in too, because it's not safe. And all this will be carpeted. I've bought a blind. We just bought a cheap £19 blind, blackout blind for her bedroom window. There's no point in spending a lot until she's decorated, really, but it's just to give her some privacy, not that she's overlooked, but to block out the light. There's the dogs. We've decided in here, we haven't really been in here much, at least the TV's connected up. One of these sideboards is going in the kitchen, we've decided, and we're putting it against this wall where the sofa is, and then the sofa is going to turn around the other way, face the sideboard. There'll be a telly on it, a coffee table in the middle, maybe even a rug, and it will be a nice little zoned area. I'm looking forward to, hopefully later, when we've cleared some of these boxes, to go over this floor with the crosswave. It will be absolutely filthy. I'm going to do it twice. I'm going to do it against the grain and with the grain. Just been out and bought things, you know, just little basic things that you need. They've been washed, but like these drawer inserts, we were looking all over. Addis, made in the UK, looked in Home Base and Home Bargains, etc. Got those. I think they were £2.49 from B&M. So they were a bargain. They're going to be for in here in the other drawers, so that's good. What else has happened today? What else did we buy? Oh, we bought some hooks. These chrome hooks. We bought those for the cloakroom, downstairs cloakroom, and bought other hooks because there are no hooks. There's nowhere to hang your dressing gown in the bathroom, for example. No hooks on the doors. So these are for the doors, bedroom doors mainly, and one is for the, I don't know what we're calling it. We'll call it the utility room or cupboard. The main thing I did early on was to actually get the washer plumbed in. We've also, there were no bulbs up here. Well, there was one bulb, but it wasn't working. That was empty. So my brother popped out and bought 2 new LED, they're so bright, aren't they, for the utility cupboard. I just put those up there. My mum can't reach them, but she's got that many detergents and things that are opened, half used. So I've said, look, use up before you open another. So I've made sure she can't get to those without ladders. So she's got to use this up first. So I've got the Miele plumbed in, pretty easy. I shortened the drain hose. This has got extra long drain and fill hoses on. They're not standard Miele, I'm sure. But it was far too long, the drain hose, so I've shortened it a bit. I did a quick rinse just to make sure that the connections were tight, watertight. But now I'm running through a maintenance wash and using some washing machine cleaner there. That was from Home Bargains, 79 pence. I thought, well, try it. But it's having another 95 wash. But the good thing, I suppose, about it being in here, and my mum's now having it in here. She wasn't going to keep it in here, but I said, look, it's got the plumbing, it's out of the way. So she's decided, yes, she will keep it in here. But of course, when you close the door, I mean, it's quiet enough as it is, isn't it? It's a Miele. So when the door's closed, you could hardly hear it at all. For some reason, there's only one phone socket in the house, and it's in here. A lot of people don't have home phones anymore. We can't find any sockets anywhere in the rooms. So this is where the internet will be. My brother's fitted a new floodlight outside today because it was broken, but bought an LED one. And basically this is the internet box, but with no internet at the moment. It connects up to show that we've got Wi-Fi, but there's no sort of connection coming to that box because it takes a while for them to set it up. I'm not missing it, to be honest. But the thing about not having the internet, you can't sort of shop and you can't compare things. Like when my mum bought that hairdryer from Argos, she doesn't know if it's any good. We can't look at online reviews. Have I turned that light on? Can't look at online reviews or anything. So you're sort of buying blind without the internet. And a good thing is this stuff is still available. All this kitchen cabinetry. So the whole side, because my mum hasn't got anywhere to store food, there's not enough storage. So the whole side of this will be new units. The dishwasher that I got my mum, that I tested for AO.com, the Hotpoint silver dishwasher, stainless dishwasher, is going in the middle. Cupboards either side, cupboards on the wall, big worktop. That will solve all my mum's storage problems in the kitchen. So all in all, I'm pleased. I didn't like the house when I saw it from the outside last week, and I didn't care for it much looking at the pictures. But what's better than the pictures is the dimensions of the rooms. This is only a small living room, certainly compared to what she had. But you know, she'll probably be sitting a lot in the kitchen diner on this sofa, and in the winter she can have that log burning stove blazing away. All the lights are high energy ones. They will all eventually be replaced by low energy LEDs. Turn those off. But yes, now I'm quite pleased, and especially after seeing the loft. But this house will be fantastic. I'll be doing updates of this house, but knowing my mum, she'll want it done yesterday. That's how my mum operates. I had my first shower, something I would never ever have contemplated before cleaning it, and it wasn't bad. Powerful enough, but that's all going to be replaced very soon. That and the kitchen units are, oh my lord, oh, you nearly saw a live death, because I went A over T over that and I felt myself tipping back. I could have been splattered all over that. Oh. And then all my blood would have stained. Whew, good job I didn't. Whew. No, I've got a few years left of me, please, Lord. Don't kill me off now. Well, it's now a bit later on Tuesday. My mum's popped down the road to use the internet. We're still internet free here. I might as well show you in the loft. It's rather dirty up there. The dogs are whining because their mummy's gone. Quiet, Millie. Right, let's turn some lights on. Well, they're not there. Right, this is the awful ladder. Now, it really is ridiculous. It's almost a vertical climb. And I've tried pulling it out further and it just won't do it. You know, it should be at least a bit of an angle. And it goes too much. It goes beyond the step, so it's no good. Anyway, I'm going to take some measurements of the hatch and everything, and I'll look to buying a better loft ladder than that will come out at an angle. It's hard enough climbing up here on my own, let alone with a vacuum. So it's going to be difficult trying to get up here using my camera as well. So it's very dirty up here. Oh dear, but let's see what it looks like in the raw, so to speak. Oh dear. Yes. Right. These boards are all that's here in the middle, and they're not, you know, the best sort of thing to use in a loft. It's a big area though, folks. Much bigger. Unfortunately though, it's hard to see. Hang on, let me just get up first, because I don't like standing on these steps. Hang on, I'll put you down. Oops, sorry about that. A little bit of a jolt. Let's get up. Ugh. Kneel on this filthy board. Now, let's have a look. I'm going to stand up. Now, I can stand fully upright. I mean, someone of 6 foot could stand in the middle with no trouble. So they've just roughly boarded. Oh, I don't like that, that's moving. You can see where there's some lights. Looks like it's on fire. That's just from the downlighters. This is the main area I've got to work with, but it is huge. But this is a work in progress. I brought some of my lights with me from the old house. And I'm thinking of putting them on these beams here, but on the opposite side, not the side you can see. I'm going to screw them to the opposite side of this beam so it illuminates this area underneath a bit better, because this is a good area as well. I can put cylinder cleaners 2 high at least along here, all the way to the end, and again here. Got my old rug up here. It's going to get filthier than it is, but anyway, it's something to stand on. Smooth that out of the way. And I've got space I can use once it's boarded. And again, all down this side. That can come off because that's an aerial bracket, which they've not used, because there is an aerial in here, but it's here, look. There's power. But just the 2 socket. One powers I've unplugged at the moment. One is for the aerial amplifier. But it's easy enough for me to take a spur off that double, and if I want to go along a bit further and put another double socket, I can do that. But the lighting is, as I say, it's not very good, but I'll have some more lighting. That strip light will do for now, for the main area, but it's a little bit dark. But I'm really pleased. There's the first vacuum up here where it's just the box. That box was already here. It's a shame I didn't find any lovely vintage vacuums up here. But anyway, yeah, I was really pleased with the space that I've got. Obviously I don't want it jam-packed full. I'm going to try and get a lot around the edge, and you know, maybe one line around, and have a good area where if I need to get a vacuum out, I'll be able to see it and select it. That's the whole idea. But so far the things that are coming here are maybe vacuums I've already done all the videos I need to do at the moment. So I'm not sure which ones are coming here, but it's going to ease a lot of pressure on the space in my house. There's a lot of work to be done, and it's going to cost me a lot of money, but it's cheaper than me paying out month after month to rent a storage unit. I'll never do that. I'd rather get rid of stuff than pay just to keep stuff, you know. I can't show you now. I should have bought my other thing. Now there's a new extension on this house, which is a bit dark for you to see, and I was hoping to be able to use that space, but unfortunately the way it's designed, it's very hard. It's really a no-go area. There's no point in me trying to use that. I can't even get through, so that's a pity that I can't use as much of the space, but the space I can use is pretty good anyway. So this is a lot of space. So the plans are to get decent flooring down, proper loft boarding, and it'll have to be able to fit through the hatch. Proper loft boarding. I'm going to take a few measurements while I'm up here just to see how many I'll need. So that's the first thing to do, get a proper decent floor all round here. Around the edges where there's extra insulation, I'm also going to get some little stilt things you can buy, which enable me to board over all of this but still keep the insulation at a high level. I've decided to leave the insulation as it is in the main part. It does mean it's not going to be quite so well insulated here, but it's not going to make too much difference. By the time I've got boarding down, I might even buy an old offcut of carpet and try and carpet, that's the plan, carpet the main area with, you know, go to a carpet showroom and find an end of roll remnant. Doesn't matter what it looks like, it's just something more pleasant. So flooring first. I'll get some extra lights up so I can see what I'm doing. Then the next job is to actually insulate the eaves of the roof. How I'm going to do that I'm not sure. It depends on cost, but probably the best thing to do, and it's one of the most expensive things, but it's an investment. You can get polystyrene panels that have a sort of a little area that moves, so they will fit. You can squash them and they will fit into wider or narrower gaps. So the first thing would be to put all those up. Then I may cover that with this reflective bubble foil stuff that I've used in the past, and then on top of that, judging on the small area I've got, I might get this special insulated board as well, or that's what I might do instead of using. I think I'll just use this insulated board, providing they do packs that will fit through there. I can't remember the brand name, but they will fit, so it'll be well insulated against heat coming in the summer and heat escaping, so it should remain a reasonable temperature. Everything up here more or less will be in boxes anyway, and you know, it's dry and it's a nice usable space. So I'm really chuffed to have access to this loft. So that's first look. As I progress, I'll be adding other don't like that, other videos to show you what I've done, but they're more pressing matters at the moment with my mum's new house. But this is the loft. Apart from the loft ladder, which I really need to look at, as I said, it's hard enough to get up here without carrying a vacuum. It's quite dangerous the way that that's been angled, I think. I mean, it's just, as I say, it's like a vertical step. Very dangerous. But yeah, I need to take all the measurements which I'll do shortly. Take the measurements of the loft hatch so I know the size of boards I can use, and also for a new loft ladder. I'm sure it's dicing with death using it and actually pulling it down is dicing with death. But yeah, it's all in all, I'm really pleased with this. This is more room really than I had at my mum's, I'd say. Even combined all the areas I used in my mum's loft, it is a much larger area, so I'm really pleased with this. But I can't overload it too much. Lofts aren't really designed to be storing lots of vacuums, but it should be fine.